Good afternoon, this is Paul. And whether you're into your cars or not, the car behind me is one of the most recognisable cars on the planet. It's very English, very, very rugged, very intelligently built. This is the Landrover Defender 110. I'd like to show you around. So what I mean by it's intelligently built, it's a fairly basic car in terms of what it is. You can see that that's not massively aerodynamic, but the build is you have a rolling chassis. So you've got a steel chassis which takes the suspension and the engine, the gearbox, and all the running gear, and then you have the body, which if I just zoom in to the body here, you can see all the little weld marks. This body is totally aluminium. And you can unbolt this body and you can lift it up in the air and you can move the chassis out and you can drive the chassis around without the body. And the benefit of that is that you can make the Defender very versatile. You can change the character of the car. You can have a Defender as a van, you can have the Defender as a pickup. One of the loveliest customers that I've had the pleasure of dealing with has got one of these, which is a working fire engine. Fabulous. He's a Land Rover collector, loves them, has loved them all his life. So ambulance, fire engine, pickup, van, utility vehicle. This particular one has got 7 seats, but it's a really, really versatile car. And not only that, it's incredibly rugged. So the chassis is a very, very thick, very heavy thing. It's very, very strong. And all the suspension, you can see the amount of gap there is, how much clearance there is between the wheel arch and the wheel. It's capable of all manner of things off-road. If you've got one of these throughout the winter in the UK, especially if you have any flood risks anywhere around where you live, you'll approach most flood situations where cars are stopping and they might be sort of backing up or turning around, or some of them might be brave enough to stick their front wheels in to see how deep it is. Not a problem with one of these. Invariably, as long as the water doesn't come past here, which is waist height, you're going to get through it. And I know that because I've got one, and that's what. And one of the things that I really, really love about mine is that it is so rugged. Yes, it's not the most comfortable car in the world to drive, and it's not streamlined, and it's not going to pull your face off when you put your foot on the accelerator. But it's a real character car. Surprisingly good on fuel because of the 4-cylinder diesel engine in this model, and it's just, it's a real character car. It's typically very English. And how many other cars do you know that you can drive down the road and when you see one coming in the opposite direction, you always get a wave? 9 times out of 10 you get a wave. So there's a real sort of a community sort of feeling about them. They're very, very loved. Now I didn't really get them. I'd sold quite a few of them, and a lot of my customers who had them at the time always raved about them, and they'd have one and then they'd have another one and then another one, and I never really got it until I bought one. And I bought one expecting to run with it for about 6 months, get bored, and then sell it and say, yeah, I've done the Land Rover experience. And that was nearly, that's over 5 years ago now, and I've still got it. And if you were to ask me in 5 years' time, where's your Land Rover, I'd say it's on my drive, because I think that car is going to be a car that I'll keep long term. And it's certainly seen a lot of other cars that I've had come and go. So it's one of those cars that really gets under your skin, because it's just fun. It's just fun. So this particular car is a 2014 64. It's in Corris Grey. If you just look at the paintwork, I'll try and home in a bit on the paintwork. You can see it's a really lovely metallic colour. It's better in sunlight, to be fair. And it has a contrasting black roof. And if I zoom on the roof, you can see that the roof is also a metallic colour as well. Tying in with the black, you have the privacy glass, or the black detailing around here, privacy glass on the top side windows, obviously the black roof. You've got these lovely Sawtooth alloy wheels which are in gloss black. Looking at them, they're in lovely condition. The wheel nuts are in good condition. all signs that the car's been well looked after. You've got these side steps, which make getting in and out a lot easier. All the grills on the front have been changed to gloss black that you can see here. Black bumper. And we can see here that you've got two goldfish bowl lenses in your lights. Those are xenon headlamps, and then you've got these uprated side and indicator lamps as well. It's a little bit of, we're going to change these badges. The badges are a little bit off colour, but the car's only just arrived. But you can see the condition of the bodywork and the paintwork. It's just really nice all the way around. There's no nasties anywhere on it. It's just a lovely thing. Now, I drove this car 2 hours on the way back. The person who bought it, funnily enough, bought another Defender. He and his wife had decided that they needed the smaller version, so we sold them the Defender 90 with the bespoke styling. And I drove this one back, and it was a 2-hour drive back from Devon. And I've got to say, it goes really well. It goes really well. There's plenty of power. I was very surprised at how frugal it was on fuel, considering this is a bigger car than mine. Mine's a 90, this is a 110. You can see here that we've got these seats. I need 2 hands to do this. So you can bring these seats down, you can clip them into place, and then I'm just going to pop this down here a second. Clip down and pull. And then you have a third row seat. So you've got 2 in the front, 3 in the middle, and 2 in the back. So you've also got adjustable headrests on there. You've got the same quality of leather and kind of a faux leather and a fabric inside. You've got proper seat belts which come from the back there. You've got this lovely suede style headlining, which helps to keep the noise down, because of course it doesn't have a lot of the sound deadening that you'll get in a modern luxury car, but it does help to keep the noise down. And you can see, so you have one tucked up out of the way and one in place. You've got these lovely, very rugged Defender mats, and then a nice solid underneath there. You've got more mats as well, so again, signs that it's been nicely looked after. The rear part of the chassis, of course, this here is actually part of the main chassis of the car. So if you just lift the body off, that would remain in place. And you can see here you've got a step which helps you to get in the back, or helps you to load everything if you put a roof rack on it. And you can see you've got a tow ball there with electrics package, and all of that is all nice and straight and looking lovely. Full size spare, as you can see. A trademark old style fuel filler flap, and in the back all the door cards, all are in nice shape. The seats are in good shape. You've got 3 proper seat belts in the back, and then you've got those really nice hard wearing mats going right across from one side to the other. And then you can see there that those seats will also fold down if you feel you need to get a lot more luggage in. So it's a very spacious car. Moving to the front, you can see driver's door handle wear is not a thing with these, because they're so ruggedly built. They don't kind of wear in the same way. You've got a very nice, if I just see the sign there, Motor-Liter steering wheel. I don't know if you can see it. There we go, Motor-Liter badge. That feels really good. It's a decent size, so it gives you a nice feel back in the steering. Again, more of these Really nice rugged mats. The seats are in good condition with the headrests. As I jump in, you can see there is a Pioneer doubled-in system in here, which is Apple CarPlay. It also has heated seats. You can see there, air conditioning, rear wash wipe. And if I just start the engine a second. Now the rear view mirror, if you can see that, I'm just trying to get my phone to, and then you can see there's a menu and on-off switch there. So there's not just a rear view mirror, although you can see now that the camera is coming to the party a bit more, that it's a nice clear one. Now if I pop it into reverse, you will see, as well as having a rear view mirror, there is the tow ball. So there's a little camera tucked onto the rear panel. So it'll one, help you to reverse in the dark, in the rain where the visibility isn't great. What it's also going to do is, if you are towing anything, that's going to help you to locate the towing ball onto the hitch of the trailer or caravan or whatever it is that you're towing. That's a nice thing. That really works well. You can see the head unit here. I haven't got the thing plugged in at the moment. I have an iPhone 15 Pro, and the Apple CarPlay works on that. So that's one of the latest Apple CarPlay systems. 56,385 miles currently showing. That's the model of the head unit. There's in this car, and you can see again a lot more of this lovely Alcantara feeling interior. Fabulous steering wheel. It's just a nice thing. You can see it's been nicely looked after. We do have two very good people who prepare our cars for us. This car's had 2 days. It came in very nicely, but it's had 2 days spent on it because that's how we like to prepare our cars. Let's turn it back up again, sir. And then you can see here it's a 6-speed manual gearbox, and then you have your low and your high ratios on there. Just a really nice straight car in a lovely colour combination, lots of power. The fuel consumption is just surprisingly good. So I hope you like the car. I hope you like the video and find the video useful. If you'd like to know more about the car, please visit our website, www.bramshawebv.com. Either pop us a text or a WhatsApp or an email. We'll pick up the phone. We'd love to hear from you. Thanks for watching.